Okay, so everyone, welcome back. We are going to start with AWS DevOps demo. So this is my GitHub and this is the repository musician app. This is the code that we are going to deploy. So let us move on to the AWS platform. This is AWS Management Console, and we are going to begin with AWS Elastic Beanstalk. It is an easy to use service for deploying and scaling web applications, and the services developed with Java or different languages, or let's say we are going with Node.js. So let's start with Elastic Beanstalk. Going further with Elastic Beanstalk, there are different steps that we are going to execute. We are going to create a new environment. So press on the create a new environment button, and then we are going to start with web server environment. So while selecting an environment type, we are going with web server environment that says run a website or web application or web API that serves HTTP requests. So let us select this and move further with our application. So we have to give an application name. Let's say Shweta app, and there are different terms where you can see here application tag, environment information. This will be automatically be taken here. While scrolling down, you need to see the platform that we are going to use. We are going with managed platform, and there is a custom platform. Managed platform is platform published and maintained by Amazon EB, that is Elastic Beanstalk. So we are going with a managed platform. Here we select our platform, that is Node.js, and platform branch, that is we are going with Node.js running on a 64-bit Amazon Linux. So the next thing that we are going to select is a platform version and a Node.js version. So take us 10.14.1, the last version we need to select for Node.js version. These are the three things that you look for when we are going for with Node.js platform. And let us go with the sample application itself. So let us create the environment. So it's describing the configuration settings, and here our environment name is Shweta app environment 1. So this will be the events that are starting. This will take few minutes to start our environment, to create our environment and succeed it, create it successfully. So this will go through while creating a Shweta app environment 1. So talking about Elastic Beanstalk, like it is simply that here we are going with a sample application, but also there were different options where you could upload your code, and Elastic Beanstalk will automatically handle the deployment from capacity provisioning to load balancing to even auto scaling its application, even the health monitoring of an application. So here you can see the different logs are coming. Created auto scaling launch configuration, then this name was given to that. Created a security group, name was given. Created a targeted group, then using Elastic Beanstalk, this thing was there as Amazon S3 bucket for environment data. Then environment is starting. So these are the different logs that are going to start with. So welcome back, and we are going to start with the demo. Here we have created our Elastic Beanstalk. Our environment is Shweta app environment 1. This is the URL that we are going to look further. But let me take you through this dashboard. The health is green. It is healthy. The running version we need to provide. It's a sample application that we had selected, and our platform was Node.js on 64-bit Linux. Version was 4.17.9, and the version for Node.js was 10.14. And these are the default details. How it went through adding instance, added EC2 instance, auto scaling group, environment has been selected to the what we say, it is set to green. This is available at this URL. Once we click the URL, our application is available and successfully launched the environment. So this were the logs that we went through. And yes, going through further, let's see whether our application is in there. Yeah, congratulations, your first AWS EB Node.js application is running on your own dedicated environment in AWS Cloud. So in the lab manual we saw, this was the default thing once we launch our environment. But now what we are going to do, we are going to go with this musician app. We want this to be deployed over EB. So first we'll go to the services and we will see. Let me take you through the management console. I already have a code pipeline over here. I just write over a code pipeline over here and you will be going through that service. Now going through the code pipeline, here we will create a pipeline, and at the end you will see how your source code and the deploy pipeline are there ready. So write a name over here. Let's say Shweta app pipe. Okay. So create a new role name is already being there. AWS code pipeline. Once you give the name, it will happen. In the advanced setting we saw, we don't need, we just go with the default ones. So, okay, let me just click and show you. It's a default location and default AWS managed keys. We are not going with the custom ones. We go with the next. Okay, we want a GitHub so version 1. This will ask me to connect to the GitHub, and yes, I need to authorize it. So once it asks me to give a confirmation about it, so you have successfully configured the action with the provider. So yeah, we are going with the GitHub. Now we want to go with the GitHub repo, and what we want is the branch that we are going to work with. So I have different repositories, but we want to go with the musician app. So this is about the repo. Then the branch that we are going to work is master, and change the detection option. So choose a detection mode to automatically start your pipeline when a change occurs in your source code. So we are not going with the AWS code pipeline, but we are actually going when there are changes, we are going with the GitHub webhooks. So use webhook GitHub to automatically start my pipeline when any changes occur to that. So yes, we are going with the next. And as our as we already have the artifacts that are built, like we already have a built code, so we are going to skip the build stage. Yes, we are going to skip the build stage, and then the next is a deploy provider. So what is our deploy provider? Our deploy provider is Amazon Elastic Beanstalk. Choose the application name, that is Shweta app. The environment that is available is Shweta app environment 1. So yes, this is the deploy provider, the region, the application name, and environment name. So this are being specified. And the next, let's go next, and we'll have a review over here where our pipeline settings are shown, the pipeline name is shown, your artifact location is available, then your service role name is available. You can go through your source stage. Your source action provider is GitHub, then your repo is musician, your master branch, your owner is the name is given over here, your branch is there, master. You have skipped the build stage, and you just go and review this, that your deploy action provider is EB, your application name, and your environment. Just confirm, review it, and create a pipeline. So once you create a pipeline, okay, it is creating a pipeline. Let's wait for that. You will see the different things that are getting through the pipeline. Yes, so you see over here the source, it is in progress, then the deploy didn't run because the source is still in progress. And once this is done, we'll go to the EB site. We'll just, okay, so this is succeeded, our source your source phase is succeeded. Let's wait for the deploy phase to be succeeded. Once it is done, we will go to the EB site and see whether our application is running. And the same way, I need you all to do this application deployment over your EB. Perform the steps that are given in your lab manual, and yes, upload it to the LMS platform so that we can evaluate the same. So yes, the deploy is succeeded. Let me take you to the AWS Elastic Beanstalk, and we'll see whether our URL is being deployed. Our application is deployed. Okay, and yes, this is our Niranjan app that says from the default one, we have moved on to our musician app. So any changes that you do, will be into the pipeline and they will be automated. So things work here all along way through the AWS code pipeline. So I want you people to work along with the lab manual, perform the same, and I hope this is pretty understandable that what you actually need to do is need to create your environment with EB, just connect your code pipeline, and then deploy your application through your repo. So that's all. Thank you for this. Let's stop over here.